Hello, everybody. It's Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. A few more clouds on the Minnesota side of the river as forecast, but a fair day, a cool day. A lot of sunshine out to the west, and a return of southerly flow means some warmer air is in your forecast. Details coming up in this live version of Hutch's weather right now.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, the weather today, a little on the cool side. Check this out in the Wadena area, Park Rapids area. It's mid-60s right now heading into your drive time home. 73 Grand Forks, 72 for Fargo-Moorhead. And we're kissing 70 degrees in the Devil's Lake Basin and the James River Valley. Things warming up out in the Big Sky country of Montana where we have temperatures near 80 degrees. Hey, we looked at this yesterday, but those dew point temperatures help us see how low we can go. And it was indeed a chilly morning. Now, the driest air smack dab over the Red River Valley with dew points in those low 40s and even upper 30s. So the coldest of the air most likely will be shifting off to the east tonight, but look it out in the Baker, Montana area. Dew points are in the 30s there as well. So we do have some much drier air in place across the region. And what that means is we'll see some big time temperature swings from daytime to nighttime. And in fact, this morning, we had low temperatures that were really down there. And in fact, Hutch last week on the 7-day planner, if you're with me, had 39 for Fargo this morning. Look at what the Endon station reported in northern portions of Fargo-Moorhead today. 39, same thing in central and the western reaches of Clay County. It was a chilly start to the day, and Warren had 36 degrees, 35 in northern parts of Marshall County, Minnesota, and Roseau County had a number of places that snuck down into those 30s as well. Woo! And look out to the west, the Lake Sakakawea area, seeing a little bit of that as well. So I do want to thank you for your trust in your weather information. I do my very best to be as accurate as possible. And that was a win. That was a win with regards to how low we went with the forecast period. Now let's take a look at what's going on the radar, and then we'll hit your forecast real quick so you can get what you need to know heading into the evening hours. This is what the radar looks like in our neck of the woods. Things are extremely quiet, but we are seeing some thunder and lightning way down to the south. So you have to go almost down into parts of Nebraska before you see anything that is, well, significant with regards to heavy rain. But there is a little bit of cloudiness up here as you look up north of the Roseau and Kittson County areas. Some of that rainfall likely reaching the ground as it heads into the Roseau River Valley there, and a few sprinkles are indeed in line in your forecast. Now let's take a look at that forecast for tonight. We'll look at temperatures first, that all the way through the 7-day, and then the hour-by-hour forecast on where that rain is going. Morning temperatures not as cold in the valley. Mid-40s, as a rule, will be closer to 50 in the northern valley, thanks to those clouds that are moving in. Can't rule out a sprinkle up north, but otherwise areas of patchy fog with some places in the Arrowhead dipping down into the upper 30s. I cannot rule that out as well along the I-94 corridor in a place or two. Otherwise, south winds return out west, and you'll see morning temperatures there in the 50s. Now, as we head into your afternoon on your Toasty Tuesday, it'll still be less than toasty for our Minnesota viewers, closer to 70 degrees, almost 10 degrees subpar for this time of the year, but very comfortable indeed with the light winds that will be in place. Notice a southerly direction bolstering temperatures back into the mid-70s for our area to near 80 up in the northern valley, and we'll be near 80 as well across the western one half of North Dakota and eastern Montana as well. Now your 7-day planner brought to you by my fine friends at Eventide. Head over to eventide.org to find out more information about a wonderful community in which to live and an awesome place to work. Hey, check it out. Temperatures climbing slowly back up to near 80 Wednesday, Thursday, and all the way through Saturday, we'll see those temperatures hovering right around that 80-degree mark. All in all, pretty fair weather and dry weather with south breezes, 1 or 3 clouds. That's it. No significant weather makers until we look down along the South Dakota border for the weekend. So if you're in South Dakota, a chance for some showers with a slow-moving system across the Dakotas there. Our southern counties have a chance at a sprinkle as we go through Sunday. Otherwise, the harvest continues there with your forecast. Now let's take a look at that hour-by-hour forecast. I had a couple of questions about this last night, and that's Hutch. Are we going to have the smoke that will choke? Well, here's your answer to that. The surface smoke density across the area as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Notice it's very clear here, and that's what it means. We are not expecting much in the way of smoke to impact our air quality whatsoever all the way through the next 2 days and well into your Wednesday morning. All things considered, it looks pretty good. Kathy says, hi, Hutch. Hope you can come to the Minnesota State Fair. It's so fun, and it's a nice weather, and it's not super hot indeed. That is so awesome to hear. I hope you enjoy it. I unfortunately will not be able to make it out to the state fair this year. I have a lot going on personally, but I sure wish that I could someday soon head out that way. Hey, Simon, good to have you on board from Duluth in Hutch. We trust, Simon says, and thank you so much. Now let's take a look at that all-important forecast of rainfall that's going on up near the international border. So we'll take a look at the future radar here as we go through the night. Now, this model isn't showing as widespread of a shower chance as what's going on the actual radar right now. Let me go to a model that has been doing just a little bit better and see if we see that coming into fruition. Nope, we don't. So let's go back to another model. I like this one now. Last night, I think it had it on there. There it is. Just a little bit of a spit that falls apart as we head through the 10 o'clock hour, staying mainly in the northern 1/5 of the state of Minnesota. So from the arrowhead and points along the Highway 2 corridor, that's where there'll be the best chance of a sprinkle tinkle in your forecast. Now, light winds, quiet conditions, patchy areas of fog can't be ruled out in the overnight hours, but otherwise, very quiet conditions and temperatures that'll be cool and crisp. As we go through the day, nothing to report here except for more of a southwesterly wind, and that warms temperatures all the way through Tuesday and into Wednesday, as we saw on the 7-day forecast. What about that next chance of rain I was talking about? I will show you that on a look at the European model here right quick. So let me load that up for you while my eyes are wandering. That's what I'm doing, looking for the right model. Here we go. The good old European model is, as you know, if you're a regular Hutch watcher, my go-to beyond days 3 and 4 when it comes to the forecast. So here we go. If you look at the top here, we'll see if we can get that date settled for you up there. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. Let me see if I can just sneak it in there. No, it's gone. Okay, so here's what I'll just read the date and time to you here and usher my apologies. So here is Friday. Notice in South Dakota and moving out of Wyoming, a little weather wiggle there and another one up to the north. So a couple of areas of showers as we go through our day on Friday, but mainly along the southern border and the far northern border. Then as we go into Saturday, this is a look at your Saturday morning. These showers are slowly sliding to the south. This is really just clouds and some insignificant spits up in the Northland. That's it. Heading all the way through your weekend and into Sunday, our rain chances return out to the west, but stay out there. So by and large, I think all of you producers out there are going to have a quiet week of weather, whether you're haying, whether you're taking down the grain, anything you're going to do outdoors is going to be absolutely delightful and quite comfortable as well as we go all the way through the weekend and into next week. What about the Long Ranger? Let's see if we can find it. I don't see any inclement weather, and this is all the way out through the first full week of the month of, what's the next month after August? September, all the way through, looking pretty good until we get to a chance of some precipitous precipitation as we go into the 8th of the month, as you see there. So a chance for some scattered showers and storms with a low pressure system, but we have all the way through the first week of the month before we really need to worry about that. But that doesn't mean Hutch doesn't want you around visiting. I love it when you visit and watch Hutch's Weather for your updates, because I'll keep my eyes on the skies for you and you keep your eyes on the skies for me. These are some awesome photos from hutchesweather.com. Look at the beauty and look at the volatility of our weather in our neck of the woods. All videos and all pictures that you have shared with our entire group here, and I love you for that. Thank you so very, very much. Some exciting news coming to Hutch's Weather in the coming days, but for now, suffice it to say that Hutch's Weather, thanks to you, your ideas and thoughts, continues to grow. Kathy says, thanks for the update on the Labor Day forecast, because I'm going to my friend's cabin in Longville. Well, you enjoy yourself. Looking fairly quiet through the region, pardon me, through the 7th of the month. So again, one last look at that radar, and I do want to take a moment. I don't know why I'm losing my voice here. I'm going to get my water, a lemonade actually, and take a look at that. Basically hutchesweather.com, one-stop shopping for you. If you go to hutchesweather.com, you can use the interactive radar, use your scroll button on your mouse to zoom right in to where you're going, or you can do this on your cellular device as well. And again, hutchesweather.com has the latest in your 7-day forecast and current conditions right at the top of the bar. And if you allow Hutch's Weather to follow your location, It'll go up there for you. And Kathy, for you, if you happen to be watching still on the YouTube channel, you can type in your location by clicking the little gear that's up above my head here. That is the place where you set the location. If you do not want to allow your device to be tracked, you can just set that location. Here's what's also nice. If you do allow that location to be tracked, if there is any watches or warnings at all in your area, we effort to get those as quickly and swiftly as possible up at the top of the page. Loving the cool weather, says Michelle. Thanks for joining. Bonnie says, howdy doody, a beautiful day there as well. Now, I do want to take one moment and thank my fine sponsors of HutchesWeather.com, and that includes my friends over at Robert Gibb & Sons. Now, Robert Gibb & Sons has been with Hutch from the start on all platforms, and this is a company that has been working in our communities here for 110 plus years. They have the best employees, the most highly certified and qualified technicians out there, and they deal with only the best equipment so that they know when they fix your job, they won't be rushing back for that. So head on over to their page right here. You can look at some of their current promotions that are going on right now, and they do have a lot of resources here for you to see what's available, like this promotion right now for first responders. If you happen to be a first responder, call Robert Gibb & Sons today and ask them for details on how you can get up to $400 off of their work. So thanks so very much for your trusted, your weather information. For now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I appreciate each and every one of you for checking in here and for commenting on the comment section. Go ahead and follow me on my Facebook page, subscribe on YouTube, and have a wonderful